Yeah, let's do this. So it looks like we have 18 lovely people in here. And just want to quickly introduce my teammate, Kristin Kennedy. I'm sure many of you already know her. If not, she's on the UTO data success team. And take it away, Kristin.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. You get to be the first to see our very new and early stages of our training dashboard. This is hot off the press, has never been seen before, so you guys are among the first. So we're very excited to show this off. I will say it is phase 1, and so we expect to see a lot of improvements. So with that, I'm going to go over just a little bit of logistics, some terminology, and a quick demo. So one thing, don't forget, if you go to links.asu.edu/DC21, Data Conference 21 celebrations, please go out and celebrate the people who've helped you with data over the last year. We really want us to celebrate all of the people out there. So please fill that out. Also data community, as you've seen in the data conference site. Today's session is intended for all personas. The idea of this is that whatever your persona is, whatever skills you want to learn, we have something for everyone. So whether you are a data citizen, an apprentice, a knight, or wizard, or something in between, hopefully we have something for everyone. So I'm going to go over some terms. That's kind of the crux of it. The dashboard is great, but as we saw, what do the things on there mean? I don't think we have equity issues in a training dashboard, but you never know. So some key terms when we talk about a training, something that you either read or you watch to help you learn a skill or to learn about a product or something. So that's what we're talking about in trainings. How do I know how to use all these great things that we have in UTO or everywhere? And so a skill is something we can improve, something we can do better. We're working on those skill definitions. We have lots of great plans around badging maybe and classes. So but as we get started, we really want to talk about different skills you might need to help you. And then products. This is a big term that UTO has been using a lot. We have been working around the idea of a product. Someone explained to me that it would be like if you had your own company and you're the CEO of this product and what would be involved in that. For the most part, a product would be a tool like Alteryx or dbeaver or Report Builder or Excel. Those would be a product. But also in some cases, and you'll see here, we have products that we call like enrollment records. They have a product, which is a bunch of reports and dashboards and data sets. So it's not always a tool. It could be like a data area. So keep that in mind as you look for those trainings. Persona, as we already talked about, just for some background onto that, what a persona is used for is to help us identify what kind of training you might need. Someone who does data occasionally just for reasons to answer a quick question and move on, they don't have the time to go in and learn a really complicated tool set. They need to get their data quickly. And so those trainings are geared to that type of person who's doing those types of things. But someone who their job is 100% data, you know, a knight or a wizard, then we have training geared to you. So those personas really tell you kind of what the training is meant for. And then skill level, is this introductory, intermediate, or advanced? You know, so if you wanted to I want to learn all the tools at an introductory level, that could be a filter, and I'll show you that. And then an event, like today's data conference, we plan to put all of these sessions in this training catalog as we show it to you. So that would definitely be a case of where there was an event and we had a bunch of recordings. And so this would be a quick and easy way to find that. For anyone who's not aware, we have a group that meets monthly called the Reporting and Warehouse User Group. They meet every month and we do presentations about different data areas and different things. And those are going to be incorporated in here as well. So we're trying to really get everything we have in one location. And then when we talk about slides, that would be a Google Slides or a PowerPoint, not too difficult, but sometimes you just want the slides and you maybe don't want the recording. The video could be a Zoom recording or any other type of video made. A PDF would obviously be a document. So Those are the key terms we're going to go over. And so here is a demo. So to find it, and again, this is hot off the presses, the link was just made public today. Go to analytics.asu.edu/training. From there, you'll see several links. And then the very first one, it says training catalog. When you click on it, you may get prompted to log in. This is a Tableau dashboard. So you may get prompted to log in again. You should just be able to click that button and it would take a minute and log you in. And you'll see some things here. And again, this is our first iteration. So right now, this is a lot of our PDFs and documents, but this is going to be being added to all the time. So you're definitely going to want to make this a favorite. And I'll show you that in a second. To do that, you see that view details up at the top. You click that, you'll see information about this, who to contact, what group it's in, and you'll see then down at the bottom this star. Go ahead and click on that, and then this will become a favorite that you can easily get to anytime by clicking on my content. So once you have gotten on here, this right now is listing every single training that we have so far entered in, and this is going to continue to expand. And it's listed by skills and products, and that may change a little bit, but it's all going to be here and easily to find. The module name, and the module is the training that's being offered. And then we've got those little personas, so it lets you know which persona this is really geared for. And then links to the slides and videos or the PDFs. And if there is nothing there, that means we don't have those artifacts at this time. So then to click on the filters, because when this really gets going, there's going to be thousands of things out there. Between ourselves and the entire community, we have so many resources out there, which is awesome, but it can be overwhelming. So in order to find what you're looking for, we want you to do filters. So if you click on these little adjustable filter buttons up in the top right corner, you'll then see the list of filters that you can choose. So the first one is skills. So as I said, this is a skill that you might have. And these skills are things that we've put in already. If there's a skill that you're missing, let us know. We'd be happy to go and work on that. So skills like coding, data analysis, spreadsheet design and use. Right now, you see commas. That means it's got multiple skills. We're going to be working on this to have one sort of list. You can select one or you can select many. When you click apply, then the list will be filtered based on that. You might want to look at products, and then you'll see here, the very first one is actionable analytics data mart. So that's not what you might think of as a traditional tool, but it is a product of assets that you can go and learn about. So these are the different products that we have so far. So you can pick again, one or many to get just that training on just that product you're interested in. Again, you may want to know, well, I just want apprentice level trainings. I don't have time for the others. I'm very busy. I just want to know what's easy to use and quick. So you can choose that again, one or many. Skill level, do you want introductory? Right now, we only have the introductory in here so far, but again, we will continue to add those. So you can choose one or many. And if it shows no, that just means it wasn't identified, and we'll work on that. And then that event. So right now, the only event we have is that day-to-day provost office, which they did an event, but pretty soon you're going to see this data conference. You're going to see RWEG and a lot of different events we've done over the years. And then you can also search for a name. So if you typed up in this box, you can just search for a name of something that maybe someone might have offered. Once you have filtered your list to see what you want, you can then go to the actual training by once you hover over any one of the icons that you want, it will come up and it will give you a description of the training module along with the link to the actual URL. There are some trainings that when you go to it, you will be required to have permission. So for example, the reporting and warehouse user group, it is a closed group, and only because we want to make sure you take FERPA training, because sometimes there's student data that gets shown in the trainings. So in that case, you may get prompted to request access. We are working on so that you'll know right ahead of time whether you have access to that or not, and you would be able to request access from there, but just to keep that in mind. And then again, that was the slides. It would be the same thing for the video and the same thing for the PDF. So you hover, click, and then you get the actual link. Some other resources that if that is not what you want, and right now I realize it is limited, but we will continue to add to it. But if you have other questions, if you go to analytics.asu.edu/support, we have lots of different ways, all the different Slack channels you can join to find out information that's up to date. Sometimes we don't have a training on that one little thing that's driving you crazy, and that Slack channel is a great place to go find that out. You can also request a consultation one-on-one with someone if you're really stuck or trying to do something and you just want help getting started. We're happy to help you with that. And again, those Slack channels, as I mentioned. So I went kind of fast in 10 minutes. It's not a lot of content, but there's going to be more and more. So what we're going to do is a pop quiz to see if you guys are paying attention, and this will be fun. So if you go out to slidey.com and go to DC21 training catalog, and you will then be prompted to join a quiz that we're going to do. So think of a creative name. You can use your own or not. And join the quiz. You can, since this is a food theme, you could be donut, you could be, you know, cake, whatever. Pick a name, pick fun. This is just for fun to see if bagel, good job. Come on, we need some other food. We're really hungry. Okay. Awesome. Waffles, tamale. This is awesome. How many people do we have? 30. So we need at least 15 people. We're at 8. This is all just fun. Another way to reinforce what you've learned. 11. Bacon and eggs, my favorite. Okay, we only need pumpkin spice. Perfect time of year. All right, we'll go with that. All right. The training catalog is meant for which persona? You've got 20 seconds, I think. I gave. We're up 15 people, yay. These shouldn't be too difficult. All right, 100% got it right, correct. Good job. All right, a product is something you have to buy in order to use data at ASU. Is that true or false? I'm sure you all remember what a product is. Correct, 100%. Good job, you guys. It is false. A product is just a collection of things about a specific tool or data level. All right, skill level tells you how difficult the training module should be, true or false. I'm not very good at these quizzes, as I'm sure you can tell, but there's only like 5 of them, so it should be okay. True. Okay, yes, that was true. It does tell you how difficult. All right, and then what are other ways that I could get help? Analytics.asu.edu, Slack, consultation request, or all of the above. %. Good job. All right. I think, oh, we have one more. True or false, this catalog is perfect and will never change. True or false? Hopefully you know the answer to this. Oh, false. Oh, somebody says it's perfect. Well, thank you very much. But no, it is false. It will continue to evolve and change as we grow, as we continue to add more content specifically. All right. Good job. We've got Tamale leading the race, and Jackie, Jasmine, Tea Pie, and Chelsea. Thank you, everyone, for playing. So yes, so that is that. And as you saw, this badge is under data finding. So this is one of the sessions you can put to get your badge. So please go to the data conference at the end and you can put that in and tell us what you liked or didn't like.